Hi, welcome back to Kavdaen's Bargain Bin. It's your local idiot Cyro here with my co-host Song. How you doing, buddy?
I am okay. Finally over that stupid head cold or whatever the hell that was. Truly miserable, but I feel pretty good, and hopefully it stays that way.
Hopefully, and hopefully I don't
Uh,
catch anything now because it's starting to become that time of year.
yeah. How are you today? How was your pre-release weekend?
We went to the same one, you dingus.
I know that, but they don't know how you
I
did.
think we mentioned it. I did horribly, but it was fun. I went one,
Well,
three. We had four rounds, right? I can't remember, but I did.
we
I
did.
only won
Uh,
one, but that's all I cared about because I just went there for the vibes. What about you?
and that's what we care about. I did really well actually. I went 3-1, only losing to the obnoxiously good Lyath deck. Um, I actually ran my boy KO underhanded cheat. Technically, it's not underhanded cheat for the young one, but who cares?
Yeah.
Um,
RKO.
and uh, yes, RKO works. So I ended up doing really well actually, and I got a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So I
Yeah.
certainly cannot complain. It's been a good 2 weeks for me in terms of cards.
Nice. I played Pleiades as the Guardian player I am. She was interesting. I don't think I'll build her, but she's very neat if anyone is interested in a very neat Guardian. She's cool. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of vibes, w- you know what we're here to do
Uh,
today.
we are, I believe I believe we have a tier list today. It's new for us, new
The
for me, really.
Not for me. I've done this before, but for funsies with friends. This though is the most important tier list Flesh and Blood has ever seen, of course. The vibes tier
Of
list.
course,
What are
of
the
course.
vibes of these people, these heroes, these villains, these creatures,
It's true.
these amalgamations, these I can't think of anything else. But on screen, which you can't see, but I can and they can, we have the actual tiers, ranging from would you go home with down to garbage trash doo doo, which is S through F respectively. If you could not pick up on our great sense of humor.
Truly. Um.
um,
So, do we want to get right into it, or do we have anything else we want to cover first?
I say we just do it. There's going to be a lot of people here. There's 38 heroes.
That's true. I will note we probably should cover the only rule we have being
Vibes.
we are only doing
It's
CC
vibes.
legal heroes.
Yes, but it's
Yes,
only
we're only
vibes.
doing CC legal heroes, so we make sure that we don't go crazy because that's a lot of heroes otherwise.
Yeah, it's 53 for Living Legend, and I don't know how many in Blitz. But we're just doing CC legal currently because it's what we must play anyway. And starting off from the top is Arachne slipped through the cracks, or Slippy.
Ooh.
Personally, I think that's pretty garbage trash doo doo.
I mean, he does have a really good chance of stabbing you, and at the very least, he would probably mark you for murder later. Does not seem like a very good friend.
He does not. Maybe a childhood bully, but I think he
That
kind
is
of.
true.
I think he went a little too far, and he never became a better person.
Yeah. No, that is probably true. Most better people do not become assassins, so
Usually not. But now we have Arachne Huntsman, which I think he might just be a childhood bully, because at least this one hasn't gone fully insane yet.
that is true. That and he generally follows contracts, so we don't necessarily have to worry about him targeting us unless somebody really has it out for our heads. But
Exactly. So I think he's a safe little childhood bully. Sorry, I'm gonna laugh at a lot of these tears because I'm funny.
sure, Jan.
Oh, wow. Then we have the last form of Arachne, Mario, or Marionette, as he's properly called. I think
See,
you go ahead.
I would put him in either childhood bully or even acquaintance because he obviously still has friends.
Yes,
So
but
he kill everyone indiscriminately.
we have to remember this is a chaotic assassin who can just
That is
transform into
true.
something that will not care about you. I think at
That
best
is also
he's a
true.
childhood bully, but I'm kind of feeling more like he's also garbage trash. But
Perhaps.
I
But
think a nice in
I
between
think that
is a childhood bully.
would be yes.
Because I definitely don't want to be around him,
Like
much like my childhood bullies.
no, that is very valid.
Then we have the big girl herself, Betsy. I gotta be
Let's
real.
see.
I think
So
I think I'd have a beer with Betsy.
I do too. I mean, I mean, obviously, she really likes to drink,
Ooh,
but I feel like if she gets too drunk, she may just break your table and perhaps your house, as she has been shown to
ma-
do in her card arts.
maybe, but that's when you don't bring her over. You just go to her place, which I guess would
That is
technically be the
true.
top tier. But I'm not staying at the house. I am leaving as soon as things get a little sketchy. So maybe she's just a pleasant coworker,
That
someone
is
that
fair.
you enjoy
I could
talking
see her
to
being a pleasant
for
coworker.
8 hours out of your day, and you don't have any interactions with her outside of that.
That is very understandable. I could see that.
So I think Betsy's a pleasant coworker. Also, I'd like to apologize because I was trying to shush. I'm being yelled at now by a cat. I was trying to get my setup here
It's
a little
okay.
bit more manageable for me, but it ended up doing a little technical difficulties, but it's okay. Next hero though, Bravo, the OG, my boy. What are your thoughts?
No. I mean, unfortunately, you mostly know my thoughts.
Oh,
I
that's
would
true.
probably go home with him. I'm a, I'm a little queer man. Of course, I would. He's good looking and he's strong, but
And in
I mean,
lore,
he could bench press me.
he's actually a cool dude. I think I would just have a beer with him
That is
personally.
true. Well, yeah, but you're not gay.
Look, vibes go past sexuality.
That is true. He does seem like he would be probably pretty busy though. He
Exactly.
does run a
He runs the circus.
circus.
He protects people of I can't remember the area. Aria? Yeah, Aria.
Yeah,
He got a lot on his plate.
he does a whole.
He's too busy to go home with, but you can catch him. He'll chug down the beer in a couple seconds and he'll move on. But
It's true. He is a
I
big
think
fella.
I think Bravo's definitely a would have beer with.
That is fair.
The next one is a bit one I've never thought of for more than 3 seconds. Syndra.
Syndra. Hmm. She I think that she probably is one of those who would be enjoyable to talk to, but only for a small amount of time. I think that she would be like a pleasant coworker, but like after work, when she goes home, she probably is like, damn, I really hate that Arachne. He killed my. I don't even know. Was they ever her dad, or is just like
I
a
don't
person?
I don't know the lore that well with her.
Yeah, me neither.
I'd say she's maybe just an acquaintance, somebody you like hi whenever you pass them in a grocery store,
Yeah,
chit chat for 3 seconds, continue on your way because she gets way too
that's
into
fair.
like something or another,
Throwing knives.
wanting vengeance and all that stuff,
That is true. She is the Drakaya. She is the Drakaya vengeance. So
retribution,
that is kind of like her whole shtick, or retribution.
which is the same
Does that
damn
make
thing.
sense? Yeah.
I think she's an
I mean,
acquaintance. I wouldn't want
That is fair.
to speak with her for any longer than I have to. But I wouldn't be upset running
That is
into her.
understandable.
But then we have
All right, well, it sounds like we have placed her
Dash IO,
a Shio.
Dio, if you will.
Dash seems like a really cool person. She's half made of metal at this point.
Yeah,
She really likes inventing. That's always fun.
yeah. I think she's minimum would have a beer with. She's always
Yes.
smiling. She's like in all her arts, she's always smiling. She's never
Yeah.
down.
Always smiling.
She's
She's just always
cool as
having a
hell.
good time.
She's smart as hell. I think at least would have a beer with, if not would go home with.
I would say I would go
And
home with her.
disclaimer for
Probably for
the
like a movie
audience:
night.
would go home with is just a general term. It could be either platonic or romantic.
But Dash seems like a great time. I would agree that I would go home with her.
I would too. I would want to play whatever weird fucking game she made in her garage with her.
Just life-size Warhammer.
Yo, that'd be sick.
She made the mechs.
But then we have Dorinthia, which is a hard one, I feel,
She's,
to actually put on to this list.
that is fair. I'll be honest. To me, she just seems a little straight-laced. Just like she seems like a good person, but kind of boring.
I think I have to agree. I think she's one of those people again. I would just want to be like, "Oh, hi, how you doing? How are the kids? Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, I'll see you next time."
Yeah. I mean, I would bump her up slightly to even pleasant coworker because I do think that she seems like a nice lady. I don't have anything against her, but definitely isn't somebody who I hang out with outside of like work stuff.
I don't even think I'd want to hang out with her with work stuff.
That's fair.
She seems the most milk toast out of just about everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But
It is warriors. They are pretty basic.
truly, somebody. So are we going with pleasant coworker or an acquaintance?
Um,
Because
I see
honestly,
your
I'm
point in
I'm
that
kind of
she's kind of
indifferent.
boring.
She could be either
I
or for
I
me.
can I understand making her just a acquaintance.
An acquaintance she is. Then we have Fang. Fi. Whoops, I skipped
Mm,
one. Look, the
so
images are a little small. But we have Fi. Rising Rebellion.
So Rising Rebellion, he's been through some shit.
I'd have a
Like
beer with him.
he, that's fair. He probably has a lot of really cool stories. And when he was younger, he definitely looked a lot. And when he was a bit younger, definitely looks like he was having a good time. Like in his younger card art, he was smiling.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Seems like he was having fun. In his older card art, he's been kind of like scarred by battle. Um,
And you know,
has been
he's a
through a
rebel.
lot. Yep.
Overthrowing, you could say,
So
the bourgeoisie.
that is true. He he probably would be fun to have a beer with.
I think he's definitely a would have beer with. Mainly so you could hear the stories. He'd be way too
That
much
is
fun
true.
to
I'm
be
sure
around.
he would have a lot of really fun stories.
But then we have the one I mix him up with, Fang, who
I feel like he's way too into knives.
I think he's also just an acquaintance. He's much like Syndra.
I agree.
He's a bit too he's a bit too into his thing, and that's all he ever wants to talk about. So you don't want to be
Yeah.
around him unless you want to
I
have a 15-hour conversation about the etymology of the word knife.
see. I can agree with that. I agree with that.
Then we have
Just
Florian.
Florian. That's kind of a tricky one, but I'll be honest. I would also say acquaintance.
Honestly, I
I
was kind of feeling that. Maybe a pleasant coworker, but he's a bit too much of a downer. He's like the doomer of the group chat, who's always like, nothing. He's was oh hell. What's the actual
he's such a nihilist.
philosophy? You nihilist. That's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of the word. I knew Nietzsche. I could not think of nihilist. Thank you for that. He's definitely a nihilist, which aren't terrible to be around, but definitely not for any extended amount of time. So I think an
Yeah.
acquaintance is a good spot
Also,
for him.
he seems like a theater kid.
Yeah, he's 100% theater kid, which could be either
Like,
theater kid is either garbage, trash, or doo doo, or would go home with. So I think him right in the middle is perfect.
yes, I agree. Especially as a nihilistic theater kid, just
Exactly.
so melodramatic.
Like, oh, summer is ending, autumn is coming. Like, shut the fuck.
Okay, we get it. You really like pumpkin season. Go home.
Oh, go get your fucking pumpkin spice latte, nerd.
Exactly.
And then we have Gravy Bones. That's a
I'll be
garbage, trash,
honest.
doo doo. Man,
Honestly,
Man's is a
for
walking skeleton,
yeah, but think of how cool that would be.
and he raises up other skeletons. I don't want
That's
anything
true.
to do with that.
He would probably bring a lot of his friends over to your house if you invited him over. Like, I can't leave behind my crew.
Nah, get out of here, nerd. None of you. You're going to drink all my rum, and you're not even going to actually drink it. Drink it. It's just going to fall right through, and that's on my floor. And I gotta mop it up. Get out of here. You're garbage. You're trash. You're doo doo. Get.
I'll be honest, I do like Gravy Bones.
He's
I
he's.
think I think all the pirates would have good stories.
I'm sure they would, but I wouldn't want walking skeletons around. That's just bad juju. Them vibes not good.
We will agree to disagree, but I will let you put him in garbage, trash, doo doo, and quietly stage a rebellion later.
You know what? Fair enough. Ira, Scarlet Revenger, which is the dumbest name I've ever heard. Scarlet Revenger? Shut up. Whatever. Anyway, I don't really know what I feel about her.
She's definitely. I mean, she's probably pretty wise, but also like revenge. I feel like she's kind of in the same. She's kind of like the same area as like Syndra, just like
Yeah,
so focused on her. Oh, I want to get back the people who
yeah,
wronged me in my past.
yeah, true.
Just that's all she talks about.
Yeah, I think she's definitely just an acquaintance. Like, she's probably not bad
Uh,
once you can get past that, but unfortunately, that's about all she ever wants to talk about.
mhm.
Excuse me. Jarl, who, even though I love the aesthetic, um, I think he'd be a childhood bully.
I have to agree. He's a jarl, so he's rich. He probably looks down on people of lesser status. He's an ice hero, so he's probably has like a cold
And I
personality
think
to match
like
his lands.
And I think, like, in the lore, like, even the other people who, like, were a part of his order did not fuck with him. So actually, he might just be garbage, trash, doo-doo. Now that I say
Yeah,
that. Because if even your homies don't fuck with you, that's pretty bad.
yeah.
Effective.
It's a shame because old him seems like a jolly grandpa kind of character. Like you
Ooh,
see him having a beer with people. Well, you see him having a
ooh,
beer with people.
ooh.
So,
I don't know about that.
but
He's old. He's like old, old. He's like well beyond the point of wishing he was dead old. He is just grump all the time. But he's not on this
he does
list.
seem like he does remind me of Santa Claus, though. So perhaps I am projecting.
I think you are. Speaking of projecting, Kano. He's a
Oh
childhood
God,
bully.
yes.
Yeah, I think that's the quickest answer either of us could ever have. He's a childhood bully in a discussion. That fucking
Yeah.
smirk says it all. Kasai.
Oh yeah, Kasai. Oh, Kasai.
She's
She
she
seems.
she is like three other heroes so far. Only cares about revenge. I think precedent says that she can only be an acquaintance.
Yeah, I mean, I do wonder with blood on her hands if perhaps she has learned her lesson, but I do agree that she's probably only an acquaintance.
I mean, the most recent rendition of her is still like, I am gathering money to build an army to then go avenge my father.
That is true.
So like even
It'd probably be way easier to make this if we knew the lore of these characters.
no, this is vibes. That's the point. If we're not supposed to know the lore, what little we know might help inform, but it's vibes. And Katsu, he's got some pretty good vibes. I'm
He
not gonna
does have
lie.
pretty good vibes.
I don't think I'd have a beer with him, but I'd like hanging out with him at work. He'd be my work buddy, I think.
He definitely, I mean, in his normal art, he's smiling, having a good time. He wanders all over the place, but I would say that I would also have a beer with him. I do feel like otherwise he just isn't around is the problem.
Hmm. You know what? That's a good point. Which I guess could arguably make him an acquaintance, but his vibes are too good that once he's in town for like
Yeah,
the 2 days before he moves on to his next whatever, his gig, whatever, you're like, yo, hit me up next time you're in town. And he does. And you're like, let's go grab a beer, dude. It's like, cool.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Then we have KO, armed and dangerous.
The vibes aren't great. He's like, unfortunately, he's a bloodthirsty savage. Like just
I
objectively,
think I think he has to be, unfortunately, garbage trash doo doo, maybe childhood bully.
I would honestly say garbage trash doo doo.
Because I
And
definitely don't want to
unfortunately,
be around him.
yeah, I agree. And unfortunately, I'm going to say the same thing for RKO.
Yes, underhanded cheat. He's even worse. So yes, I think he has to go to garbage tier doo doo. Honestly,
Nobody,
I think the next two
nobody likes a
heroes
cheater.
can also go in garbage tier doo doo because the first one's Levia, Shadowborn Abomination. No, get out of here. You're literally being possessed by a
Yeah,
demon who wants to eat the world. Your vibes are trash. Get out of here. And then we have Liath. Like, come on. He is vile savant. Garbage trash.
short bastard.
And he's short.
I
Get him in the
agree.
get him in F tier. We hate shorties in his dojo.
Don't say that. We'll get banned.
Good. Then we have Marlin, treasure hunter.
I'll be honest. I think that she definitely is. I think that she has slightly better vibes.
I think she's okay.
She seems, yeah, she seems. I think I would have a beer with her. She seems like
Ah,
she would be a fun person to drink with, but um, at the same time, but at the same time, there's so many people, and they're pirates. They're kind of used to making up their own rules. I feel like perhaps they aren't really in tune with like, oh, let's go home and have a good time, and are more like they'll put their boots on your table, get all muddy, won't wipe their shoes when they come in, just that sort of thing. So like outside, it's okay, but inside, eh,
I have a counter argument though.
sure.
I think Marlin's one of those people that if you went to go have a beer with, you would inevitably end up in some sort of hangover situation where you don't remember the night before and it just all went to hell and now you're in a lot of trouble.
That's fair.
I think she'd be fun to hang out with at work though because you're 100% going to be sober. Hope. And you don't have to worry about that kind of situation. She's much like Betsy.
That's fair. Hmm.
You don't want to drink with her because things go out of control. She's a treasure hunter, for God's sake. You're going to end up going to, like,
That
I
is
don't know,
true.
Jamaica, digging for treasure, and you're going to get in some legal trouble because you don't have a passport.
That is fair.
So I think she's a pleasant coworker. Vibes are good, but you have to keep her in check.
That is fair.
Max the Hype Nitro.
I mean, his name's. I'm kidding. He. I mean, he would be fun. I can see that. I mean, he's. I mean, he's definitely like down with the system, which can be a really good time. But also, he seems kind of unhinged.
I think it means we have to put him with have a beer with because Fi is basically the same thing.
That's true.
And if we're gonna have a system here, we have to at least stick with precedent, much like you'd hope the U.S. Supreme Court would. So I think we'd have to have a beer with Max. And you know what? I think it'd be a good time. You have a strong chance of getting in trouble with the law, but it might be worth it.
You know, sometimes getting in trouble with the law is a lot of fun.
I wouldn't know, and neither would you. Don't even pretend to try.
No, I wouldn't.
Olympia. I don't know about him.
I think he has a gambling addiction.
I think he's much like Dorinthia.
Yeah,
He's probably not a
he's
bad
bored.
dude, but he's probably really boring.
He's milquetoast and has a gambling addiction. And I mean, like,
He's like
no hate to
anyone who
people
goes to
with gambling
Vegas.
addictions. Exactly.
No, he's really like the
Like,
old
no,
people who go to a local casino just to play the slot machine. That's more like what he would be.
yeah.
So I think he'd be just
Does
an
have a really,
acquaintance.
does have a really good beard though.
He does. And like I said, he's probably a chill dude. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, uh, no.
the vibes do not pass. Yeah,
Acilio.
it'd be a good acquaintance though. Ooh,
I don't.
I'll be honest. I think he would. I think he would at best be an acquaintance.
Yeah, I'm
Like
okay with that.
he, I mean, he's a lot. I mean, he does like to do things really fast paced, but at the same time, he's a giant golem, and as fun as and as much as I personally like giant golems, I do feel like that they probably do not make the best friends because they're pretty entrenched in their missions.
True. Yeah, I'm okay with an acquaintance. I think he. Sorry, I was looking at the next hero. I think he's okay as an acquaintance. Don't really care to know him on a deep level, but he's all right.
Yeah,
It's actually going a lot faster than I thought it might. But you know, that's okay.
I figured that this might happen,
Pleiades.
but it's okay. See,
Pleiades.
I feel
Superstar.
like she's a theater kid in the. I feel like she's the theater kid in the good way,
True.
where Florian is the theater kid in the bad way, in that he's like kind of pompous. Pleiades is like she's always trying to make sure that everyone's having a good time.
And I think I'd love to have a beer with her. I definitely want to go home because it sounds like a hell of an after party.
It does.
And
It does.
I just
You
don't
would
want to
get
deal with
so
that.
hungover.
I think having the beers with her while she's out, fine. Once you go home, though, oh god, she's going to have 20 million different things to make cocktails with, and you're going to get absolutely hammered.
That is true. Um, I I do think though that while you're out with her, she will make sure that everybody's having. She'll make sure everyone's having fun. She'll probably she'll probably pay for a lot of it because she has that rock star money.
Yeah,
Um, so I could agree with that.
I think it's a good spot for her. Now, Prism, my beloved, I think she's only a pleasant coworker.
Yeah, I would perhaps even say acquaintance, just
Yeah,
because.
I was
I
just saying,
mean,
pleasant
she's
coworker
also
at
she's
best.
yeah. Um, she's just in the same boat as Dorinthia. like she's just like too straight laced.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's fair, honestly.
Like
She's right beside
yeah,
Dorinthia. Like she's probably pretty chill and a good person, but by God, you might fall asleep sometimes talking to her.
yeah.
She'd be
But
like an
unfortunately,
accountant.
damn, coming from my profession. But no, I do kind. But no, I'm kind. That's kind of why I'm thinking that too. Like she's nice to talk to. You're always like, oh, that was a nice conversation. But then, like anytime you try to have a deeper conversation,
It
she's
always
just
ends
like,
up to religion somehow.
yeah, and that's never a good time in the end because somebody's
No.
going to have a disagreement and it's just going to be miserable.
Yeah. So I think acquaintance is a fair spot for her.
Yes, I agree.
Puffin.
See, Puffin, I feel like is perhaps one of the best pirates.
I'd go
Um,
home with Puffin.
she all I agree. She always seems like she's having a good time.
Yeah, she
She
got a
also has
parrot.
her really cool. She does have her parrot. The only worry I would have is that Polly Cranka would be everywhere with her. Polly Cranka is probably not used to being in like a house. He's used to being in the open sky. He might poop everywhere. It's a bird, but
Yeah, this is just having a
other than
bird.
that, that's true. But Puffin does seem like a good time. She's also always happy.
Exactly.
Um, even also younger Puffin. Baby Polly Cranka is incredibly cute. Always a good time. So I would
Definitely.
agree with that. I think I'd go with Puffin.
Okay, I got another. We have another couple that I think are going to be pretty quick. Reinar, garbage trash.
I have to agree.
He's what? Reckless rampage. Hello.
He's an alpha male podcaster.
Yeah, and we hate them in this dojo. And then we have Riptide,
Indeed.
who again, garbage trash doo doo because he's
Agreed.
got to stink. He's going to lay a booby trap in your bathroom or something. I don't know. And he's going to
Yeah.
try to hunt your cat or your dog. No, get out of here.
Also, he's like half rotting,
That's why I
so
say
like
he's going to
I wouldn't
stink.
want to. Yeah. Yeah. Like I wouldn't want to be anywhere near him.
Exactly.
So yep, I agree. Garbage trash doo doo.
Sir Bolton, Breaker of Dawn.
I have to say it. I think he's like Dory.
I think he at least has
I
a little
feel
bit
like he's
more of a personality, though. I think he might
just a
actually
smidge.
be a pleasant coworker.
I could see that. I feel like he wouldn't be as in your face about religion,
Hmm.
but he definitely will but he definitely will mention Irinia anytime he has the chance.
Yes, and if you make him mad, he's going to, I don't know, yell about spiting you with the power of God or something.
Yep.
But he's pleasant, so you don't try to do, like, so you're not trying to rock the boat any around him, so you're not going to make him mad.
Yeah. But I could see him being a pleasant coworker, but personally I would put him at acquaintance, but I feel like pleasant coworker is okay.
Yeah, I think he's the most not milk toast out of the three of them, though.
That is probably true.
Especially like his young art, where he's just kind of like chilling. He's not quite so pomp and
Yep.
circumstance. And I think that'd still bleed through a little bit.
Hmm. I'll be
Tekla.
honest, until now I
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
see I was going to say um this is kind of an aside. I entirely forgot that he had an armory deck until just now. Um, for some reason, I thought about like he just isn't that relevant. I feel
Wow.
also in terms of gameplay, but so Tekla, he's a hard one. I'll be honest, because like on one hand, like normally like he makes really cool inventions. He's chill. He's really fun. Also kind of handsome. Seems like a nice guy. and then he goes like all megalomaniacal
Then he
robot
becomes
person.
a demonic Iron Man, and I think that kind of ruins the vibes entirely.
I have to agree.
I think he's a childhood bully. I don't think he's garbage trash doo doo though,
Hmm.
but I think he's.
I would
Oh,
almost sorry.
you
What
go
were you
ahead.
saying? I was going to say I would almost say that like until he becomes megalomaniacal demon Iron Man, I would almost say pleasant coworker might even
Hmm.
have a beer with him. But once, but like if we were to do them separately, I would say I would put Tekla as uh would have a beer with, might even go home with depending, but the uh the demon Iron Man, yeah,
A counterpoint though,
definitely not a good time.
he's definitely like a Gilded Age, like industrialist. So he's probably treating everyone
That's true.
else terribly, even whenever he's not demonic Iron Man. So I think he's a childhood bully
That is fair.
because he
I can see
is
that.
the esteemed magnate. Ugh.
Oh yeah, he sounds like he runs like the governor's office.
He's definitely like monopoly on some sort of industry and just children working in the factories and losing their limbs, but then getting them replaced. So I
With
think he's a childhood,
full neck parts.
which
Yeah, no, I can see that.
yeah,
I I see to your point. You are correct.
tough nut though, and this is gonna be a tough nut to crack.
I agree. He seems like sadly he seems kind of dense, but he also
I would say kind of.
he's such a nice guy. Okay, he's very dense. But he's also just a really nice guy. Like he never means any harm, but he's also kind of a chaotic gremlin bastard.
I think just because of the fact that he is a brute, even if he's not like like he's more kind-hearted, I think the fact that the baseline is will rip you apart
That's true. That
at
is
the
true.
drop of a hat. Sure, he might not rip you apart, but he might not realize that his little hug there is making your spinal column turn into flour.
Yeah.
So I think he's a
I would
childhood bully, but not because he bullied you as a kid, but because he was just not smart enough to realize, and you just got to avoid him for your own safety.
I would so to that extent, I would almost put him instead more as like an acquaintance because it's because you're like, oh, I like him from a distance, but once you get close to him, it's just like,
But see,
ooh,
the
there
problem
goes
though,
my rib cage.
the problem is though, you don't like you want to try everything to not get close to him though. An acquaintance you wouldn't mind bumping into, you would still mind bumping into him though.
That's fair.
I think a nice middle ground is he can go on the top of childhood bully
That is fair.
because
I will cede your point.
he's not one that you want to avoid because of his
No.
personality. It's because of your safety.
Yes.
Uzuri, and whatever. Assassin lady.
I mean, she's a crime boss, so that already kind of puts her down a few pegs. But at the same time, I feel like if she likes you, she's probably going to do you a lot of favors just because she likes you.
But I think the problem is she probably won't like you.
That's true. I
I
am very
think
boring.
I think she has to be with Arachne, Huntsman, and Marionette, and the you want to just stay out of her way because you don't want to get shanked.
That is true. She does seem like a pretty grumpy person.
And it's not like I'm sure she's probably chill if you have the chance to know her. But unfortunately, you're probably not going to have that chance. Instead, she's going to take your money
Mhm.
and your kidneys.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like some of these heroes, younger, are much more, are kind of maybe higher tier because like younger Uzuri, she looks like a pretty nice person.
Yeah,
Looks
she,
more like a ninja, but we're not
yeah.
talking younger, sadly for them.
Valda.
I'll be honest. I would have a beer with them. I would have a beer with Waldo.
Yeah, me too. I think that's an easy one. I wouldn't go home with her because she'd crush my spine.
Uh huh.
She'd probably want to try to wrestle or something because she has a ring in her backyard because she's into wrestling.
Uh huh.
And she'd accidentally hurt you. So you don't want to go home with her. But definitely have a beer with. And she'd keep you safe from somebody coming up and wanting to mess with you.
It's true. She also. I mean, also I feel like she would be the champion of, for lack of better term, death by snoo snoo.
I was to say, sorry,
She.
mommy, muscle mommy lovers. She is not. We're not going home with her.
We prefer to not be a corpse.
Exactly. Verdance. Thorn of the Rose.
She seems like a nice person. I also just but I'm in a similar boat with um Prism. I'm like, I feel like she's going to be talking about seasons all the time, and like, oh, I love summer so much, and she'll just make it her entire personality.
I will say the little bit I did read whenever like Rosetta was coming out, she's kind of a hothead, so she's not just like like oh I love the summer breeze. She's like this bitch trying to end summer. Nah, I'm going to kill him.
Okay, that's actually really fun though. I
Exactly.
can respect that.
I think she'd be
So
a pleasant coworker, just because like her vibes are at least chill, but
mhm,
she's not just one dimensional. She's much like Bolton.
yeah,
She seems like a
she
little
has.
milk toast at first, but then like if you like poke the bear a little bit too much, I mean she's a redhead.
That's true. My sister's a redhead. I do know redheads.
I think she has to be a pleasant coworker.
I
The
can see that.
the next one is also going to be really easy. Victor Goldmane. That's a childhood bully.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's just like Kano.
I feel like in I feel like in game he's already a childhood
Yeah,
bully
exactly.
somehow.
Like literally,
I mean,
again, like the one little thing I read about him was him just having his shit ass eating grin while he's digging his heel into some dude's spine because like I pay for information to know your weakness, idiot.
and I mean he's brothers with Lyath, and Lyath is like hot bastard. Like Lyath
Lyath is
will steal
rat
your
bastard,
kidneys just cause. Yeah, and Victor learned so many tricks from him, and it's just like, oh, it's the same shit.
but at least
Like
different paint.
that's true.
And the paint actually looks a little
He's
bit better.
he really likes that like red and gold aesthetic, and Lyath is more like black and red. So I mean, the gold is a nice change in pace, but yeah, I don't think I would like either of them. Childhood bully
No,
boys for
absolutely
sure.
not. And then last but not least, our cousin Vinny, Vincent Iron Maiden, F,
See,
garbage trash. No, she's terrible.
I I agree. It's kind of a bummer because for some reason I want to like her.
I do too, but like she's literally just in an Iron Maiden. She's just in it. And she wants to make everyone else suffer like she does. That's terrible. Garbage.
Yeah,
Awful.
she would try to lock you in the Iron Maiden with her. She'd be
Yeah.
like, I have this neat party trick," and then she would just lock you in there, throw away the key, and just be like, "Oh, you get to stay there."
Oop, I hit the microphone. Sorry for that noise. But yes, garbage. I knew all the shadow heroes, garbage.
Yeah, same
Immediately.
with the reviled heroes.
And most brutes, because unfortunately for them, they're a brute.
Yeah, and that is like a large portion of their personality.
It's basically the only thing they have as a personality.
Yeah,
But I think it's a fairly that was not what I was expecting, honestly. Both mechanologists that are ladies are on the top.
yeah. I mean, I feel like that's just kind of the issue in that. I mean, not that I'm against, of course, the general fierceness of many of the heroes in Flesh and Blood, but it does kind of lend itself to a lot of them probably aren't going to pass the vibe check.
No.
But the mechanologists, they're always just having a good time.
Yeah,
Like even
unless
Max,
you're tech low.
unless you're Techlo, then you want to take over. Then you want to take over the world, and also you're probably an oil baron.
Yeah.
Boo capitalist.
Yeah, exactly. Down with the
But I
bourgeoisie.
mean, like, even Max seems like even Max. Yeah, he's going to get you in a lot of trouble, but he's having a good time.
Yeah,
Just
he's
just
going
a
fast.
happy person. Yeah,
He's hype.
like
He is your hype man. As throw that Molotov into the police station.
and you know what? Sometimes you need a friend who will say, throw that Molotov into police station. Nothing
Yes.
bad will happen, and I'll cover for you.
Disclaimer.
Will it end up getting
Don't
you
do this.
arrested? Yes. Will it end up getting you arrested? It will. But will it be a night to remember for the rest of your life? Yes. Yes.
Understandable. But I think with that, it's a short episode today because this is a short concept, and also it's just kind of hot, and I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
You know what? That is so fair. I need to go and update my puffin deck. Throw in the
That's what I should do. I should update my Prism list. I haven't updated it in well over a year, maybe close to 2
yeah.
now.
I need to add in the puffin specializations that I got from the pre-release because
Oh yeah,
you know that they will do really well in there.
of course.
Um, and then I'm also going to need to throw in some more stuff into K Armed and Dangerous.
Which is always fun. But
It
with
is.
that, appreciate you for tuning into this, whatever it was, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.